Thank you, Julian. Our second speaker is Dan Levine. Dan is the son of Stephen Levine and Patricia Carroll. Dan has been involved in the SPASH Orchestra. He has been the secretary of the SAD Club and a member of our debate team. Dan will be attending UW Marathon County in the fall. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Dan Levine.
Three years can feel like 3 decades, and at times they can feel like 3 seconds. But regardless of how fast they seem to go by, something that we all have in common with those 3 years is change. We've all changed since we began high school. As we look back on our journey now, what do we see? What were we like at the beginning? How did we view the world? What do we want for our future? And now think about today, 3 years later. When we are young, forever seems like a long time. Now we find ourselves thinking about it again. And finally, we are now asking questions. How did 18 years fly by so fast? Where did they go? We ask other questions as we get older as well. At this point in our lives, the most common question is probably, where do I go from here? What is waiting for me as I step through the doors of my future? During these last 3 years of my own life, I've learned that to answer a question, sometimes it helps to rephrase it, to enable oneself to have control over the outcome, not unlike life. So when asking, where will my life take me? Try looking at it from a different perspective. For example, where do I want to go? What do I want my future to hold? What do I have to do to get to where I want to be? It is our choices that define us. It is our actions in the face of adversity that make us who we are. Because it forces us to think about things that we don't normally think about. For example, who we are versus who we want to be. How people think of us, and how we want to be remembered. I've learned that while doing the right thing isn't always easy, it is the one thing that can keep us from going down the wrong path. No matter what point in our life we're at, we never stop making choices. When we began elementary school, we made the choice to spend more time with certain people than with others. In junior high, we began to experiment with our individuality and uniqueness by the way we dressed. In high school, we were faced with the same choices, but we were sure of what we wanted because we had the confidence to know what we didn't want, thanks to the choices that we had already made. Goals ultimately determine our decisions in life, from trying to get a first job, an A on a history test, to a high school diploma. Goals are the driving force of our lives. They cause us to push our limits to get what we want. How many of us would have gotten our first job if we had let nervousness prevent us from showing up to that first job interview? Would we have still gotten an A on that first history test? If we hadn't taken the time to put forth the dedication that we needed to? We are all here today because of a goal we made long ago. We all deserve to enjoy this day and celebrate a milestone. Class of 2010, you have earned the right to walk through these doors today with your heads held high. The biggest challenges and rewards in life will always be the things that we work hardest to earn. Everything we've experienced throughout these last 3 years has helped to give us the confidence that we need to be successful, each in our own way, by placing obstacles in our paths to overcome. High school has prepared us for the future that awaits us as we pass through the doors of tomorrow. Up until now, we've looked to our past to see how far we've come. This is the moment that we start looking to our future to see how far we will go. How you get there is up to you. Class of 2010, as we complete one chapter of our lives to begin another, I leave you with a question. Where will you take your lives? And as you think about your answers, go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you